Forgive us for over-delivering, of course, and spending a little bit more time. Did you dig that? Was that cool? Did you like that? That was different, right? Feel stronger, know how to answer the questions, right? To empower you correctly, to be able to give you confidence in a court of law, to be able to stand up for your patient, to know that you did the right thing. So, oh my gosh, this is a moment that you will not forget. I want to tell you a quick story, and then we're going to do something very special. So I don't know if you know this, but there was a student many years ago in a chiropractic college on or about 1984. And a unique, good guy. He's really passionate about being a chiropractor. But unfortunately, this doctor, or wannabe doctor, ran into a little problem. He ended up on something known as academic probation. That means his GPA went below 2.0. The problem was, it didn't happen one time. It didn't happen 2 times. It happened 3 times. Now, here's how it works if you don't remember. If you go on academic probation once, they'll start to lower your credit hours because they want you to build your GPA up. If you go on academic probation twice, then they're going to sit down with you and they're going to ask you, how bad do you want this? If you go on academic probation 3 times, they prepare paperwork to kick you out of chiropractic school. And so if you want to know who that doctor was, or wannabe doctor, or doctor, potential doctor who dreamed of being a chiropractor, that was me. So if you were in Atlanta with us 3 years ago, I did something that I never thought I would ever do. I actually showed my transcripts. I didn't want to tell my wife I had a 1.4 GPA, 1.44. Do you remember? You were there. You saw it. It's kind of funny now, but it wasn't funny then, right? So somebody told me that there's a course you got to take to try to pass your boards. I said, boards? I said, I just want to pass this quarter, this semester. Boards? They said, nope, you got to take this thing. It's by somebody by the name of Dr. Irene Gold. And I got introduced to a doctor, rest his soul, the great Dr. John D'Onofrio. Just a kid from Brooklyn, right? Well, make a little bit of a story, just a little bit more before we go out. So that boy learned how to learn as a result of Dr. Irene Gold. That boy who became a chiropractor learned to never go below 3.0 ever again. That boy passed 17 for 17 parts on a board, 12 national board, 6 part 1, 6 part 2, without even having the classes. Didn't even take the classes because I was left back, but I took the Irene Gold review. Then I took 5 state reviews when you had to get in a plane and physically go to Texas, and physically go to Georgia, and physically go to Tennessee, and physically go to, Florida, come on, Colorado. Physically had to go there. Oh, my gosh, crazy. She changed my life forever. She changed so many of your lives forever. And this moment was planned 1 year ago when we finished the last National Spinal Decompression certification. I was in a hotel on a rooftop in Beverly Hills. And I called this doctor who has had the most incredible relationship with her for so long. And it was really both of them. And this doctor, if you want to know why I was able to become such a good communicator in this business, it was because of the person I'm going to bring up who allowed for this moment, set the table here. His name is Dr. Neil Cohen. He helps chiropractors communicate the principle. In the spirit of Dr. Sid Williams, in the spirit of the great Dr. Jim Sigafus, in the spirit of the great Dr. Ian Grossum, we're so honored to have his son here. In that spirit, this is the torch carrier for principled chiropractic because, listen, as we said, DISC, decompression is specialized chiropractic. Oh my gosh, I could talk about him forever. He was the doctor who introduced me to that neurologist, Dr. Jay Lombard, by the way. I'm going to bring him up to the stage. Everybody on your feet for the torch carrier, principled chiropractic, Dr. Neil Cohen.
This is an amazing afternoon for me. Dr. Jay Lombard, you remember him from a few minutes ago? He was the best man at my wedding. How many Jewish people we have out here? Yeah, we're in Palm Beach, not very many. Well, at a Jewish wedding, you carry a canopy. It's called a chuppah. Everybody say chuppah. Don't spit on anybody. Chuppah. Perry carried the chuppah, and Jay was my best man. So we go way back, 40 years, and we have had different paths. And to have them cross this evening is just mind-blowing to me. I want you to understand something, that chiropractic is transformational. Have a seat. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable, because I want to share a couple of points with you. We're in the business of transformation. Chiropractic has a transaction, for sure. It's a business. But the humanness of chiropractic is about changing lives. It's about restoration. It's about taking people to be the best expression of themselves. And we get to do that through a variety of methods and techniques. People today have been robbed of the belief that the body can actually heal itself. They've been robbed of that. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You have three characters who are all looking for something that in the end they realize they truly have possessed it their entire life. We get to share and empower that message to people. We empower people with the message of life. And that's what our goal is more life. Because not only does the body heal itself, but the nervous system is responsible for every aspect of the human experience. Any interference to that nervous system will not only sabotage your health, but it will also sabotage your life. And chiropractors are the ones chosen, the remnant on this planet, that correct that interference. We correct vertebral subluxation. So I want you to give yourselves a big hand. So I had the tremendous honor of getting to know Dr. Irene Gold, but it really wasn't because she liked me very much. It was because she loved my wife. So she puts up with me, but she hangs out with my wife. And the reason why they hang out together is because they're a bit like two peas in a pod. And I really don't fit into their circle. But I get the opportunity to hang out with those two young ladies. And it is just quite an honor to share time with such an icon in our profession. Every person in this room was touched somehow by Irene Gold Board Review, or Reggie Gold. And Reggie, and I know Dr. Perry failed to say this, but he was a huge mentor of mine as well. I learned from him the chemistry of life. In the 90s, he changed my practice. I turned into a cash practice really before anybody did, because we talked about value. And the value that Irene Gold has in this profession far exceeds so many people that have come before us. We stand on her shoulders. We love her. We appreciate her. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Irene Gold to the stage. Please come to the stage.
So we have something special before. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to tell you this.
Oh, you
this
told
is,
me, but I forgot.
Yeah.
No, it's a video.
So we have a quick video. Let's roll the video.
Rachel.
Subluxation left untreated becomes a bulge left untreated becomes a herniation. The greatest single instructor in the history of our profession. Everybody on your feet for the legend herself, the one and the only Dr. Irene Gold.
Everybody stares as she goes by, 'cause they can see the flame that's in her eyes. Watch her as she's lighting up the night. Nobody knows that she's a lonely girl, and it's a lonely world. She gon' let it burn, baby.
I had no idea why I was coming here today. Just told me there were a whole bunch of people I probably would know because they took my classes sometime and they wanted to say hello to me. This is how they got me to come here. I think I've been working with this for almost 50 years now, and I still enjoy teaching. I teach at my home now. I do private tutoring for people who can't pass the national boards. Those are my people now. Before I used to take everybody. Now I just want to work with the people who think they can't make it. I didn't know. I didn't know that you had failed out 3 times. But those are the perfect people for me. I think that chiropractic has been my entire life. I didn't think that anything that you were going to say here had anything to do with me, but you guys mentioned subluxation. I'm happy about that. I think that I go to a chiropractor every single week, get my spine checked, and I don't go it because I have pain. I don't do it because I have some sickness. I do it because I want my brain to function as best it can through the rest of my body, and that's why I do it. And I hope you're going to tell your patients that information too. It's not just a matter of getting rid of symptoms. It's a matter of staying 100% for your life. I'm 87 years old now. I may not have another 87 to go, but at least let's make it the best we can for all the years we have. I thank you very much. You guys have been great.
We got
Yes, for sure.
You know, Irene, Dr. Barr's going to take over. And you know what's amazing? Very amazing thing. Perry told his story. I would not have passed my boards without you, just so you know. And then, imagine all these years later, my son said he wouldn't have passed his boards without you. And Devin and I never even spoke. Devin, did you have Irene help you? How many people here did she help get their license? You're the gift that keeps on giving. Perry, hand the award.
On behalf of the most historic national spinal decompression, largest class ever, the International Disc Education Association, Life University, and the incredible Cohens, we cannot thank you enough. And you know, it says Lifetime Achievement, but the truth is, it's really the Legend Award, and there's only one legend, and that's you.
Get no picture.
Yeah.
Picture.